Okay, everybody. Hello and welcome back to another. So, in the weekly wrap up, before we get started, a little bit of just look at what what we are doing. Okay, please remember this is a show for you, the teachers, to help you the English Gai Kokugo course for the MEXT in Japan elementary schools. Okay, so that is what we're here for. That's what this. If you have any questions or you want more information, you can always visit us at gaikokugogo.com, or you can also go to this YouTube channel. I will upload some videos shortly. Let me adjust the mic so you can see my face. I don't want you to not see my face. You might hear some stuff in the background, and I apologize for that because we have the World Cup. Also, I'm going to make this a little bit of a short and as fast as possible. Okay, so it's 7:30. Welcome to the Gaikoku Go English review for the weekly review for the English course. Okay, so once again, I want you to remember, as always, that if you need to, you can always go to the bottom here on YouTube and you can choose subtitles. Choose subtitles, English, and change to subtitles, Japanese. That's the way it should. So that's the first thing. Now, I want to go to the next part for today's episode of this show. I'm going to talk about three things, three important mistakes. Okay, but first, let's go into what we're going to do, what we talk about today on this show. Okay. Here, okay, Gaikoku Go. We have a weekly wrap up. Okay. And I will talk to you about things that happen that I see or I have seen in my experience. Okay. Weekly mistakes in the Gaikoku Go foreign language English course for elementary school students. And the focus for this is I focus on Gonensei and Rokunensei. Okay? So for 5th grade and for your 6th grade students, this is what happens. This is what I focus on. This is this show. 5th grade and 6th grade elementary school. Okay? Now, please wait for the end of today's show. Please wait. When the show is finished, I will give you a little more help and information. Please wait till the end of this show. Thank you. Let's go back and get started. Okay, so today, number one today, let's go into the schedule. Today's schedule, okay? Or what we say, today's menu, okay? Let's check today's menu. Okay. So today, we will talk about to versus su when talking about food. This is more for 6th grade, your 6th grade classes, but you can use it for 5th grade too. So go-nen-se, roku-nen-se, both okay to use this, okay? Okay, next, don't let students choose Japanese foods for 5th grade. So in a 5th grade, the unit is how to order food. Tenin-san and okyakusama, okay? Order food. Restaurant, ordering food, okay? So we will talk about that, okay? And my advice, okay? And number 3, holiday lessons, okay? Let's look at that. Number 3 is holiday lessons and holiday lessons for your student. Holiday, a special day. Let's talk about that, okay? First, let's start with number 1, okay? Let's start with number 1, and number 1 again is to versus su. First, sorry. Let's. I want to show you this in Japanese, talking about food. To know Japanese foods for 5th graders, and also we're going to holidays. Okay, so there it is in Japanese, so you can see that too as well. Okay, so let's start. The first thing, okay, to versus su. Okay. When you're doing, using Google, and you Google your student or children, put in a Google search, some Japanese foods with su, there's a mistake, okay? A mistake in the English and Japanese. So let's look at that mistake, okay? When we look at su and to, those are 2 different sounds in English. Your Google Translate or if your student uses the book, the alphabet in the book, just a moment. Okay. Hope you can see me. So in the book shows, and this is a problem, it shows the student this Romaji chart. Okay? This Romaji chart here. Okay? It shows the student this Romaji chart. Okay? But the Romaji chart is not what we use in English. Of course, we use the alphabet. So there's a difference. So, motunabe and motsunabe are two different things. So you cannot use motunabe and motsunabe. Let me show you really quickly. Okay. If you look here, we have tsu. Okay. The example is your student will write motunabe. And that is wrong. Your student should be saying or writing motsunabe just like Japanese. But in English, TU is motu, not motsu. Okay? So there are other food names just like this, but that's one example for you to remember. So please check your students and don't let them make this mistake. Okay? Now, this is a mistake many students do. So please check. Our next topic, next part of the menu, number 2 for the menu. Japanese. Okay? Japanese. Okay. We don't want, my advice, don't let students use Japanese food, ramen, udon, gyoza, soba. Your students use Japanese food for speaking practice and very important, my advice. The reason is because students already know the Japanese. So they will not try to learn how to write that Japanese food in English. So they will not learn. Students will not learn English. They will choose Japanese foods and write them in Japanese. I see students do this every year, again and again and again. So teachers, please don't let them do that. Here is an example that I saw this week. Okay, the example is I'd like ramen or ramen, and I'd like ramen. Students will put the first one, they will write I'd like and ramen in katakana, or they'll write I'd like ramen all in katakana. Okay? Or all in Japanese writing. So please If they use okay, English, Gaikoku go. Please do that. Okay, now let's look at our number three on today's menu. Talk about the holiday lesson. Okay, so the holiday lesson. What is the holiday lesson? Okay, the holiday lesson is Halloween, April Fool's Day, Christmas, what else? Thanksgiving, okay? Or any other holidays that are important or different than Japan, or how Japan does the holiday. This is a very important time to your ALT, your assistant language teacher. Ask them, can they talk about a holiday of their country that month? Just for 5 or 10 minutes, or even longer. Okay? Every month there is a holiday, please ask your ALT so they can share. It's good experience for you and your students. Okay? So let me talk about me. I'm an American. I'm from America. So here is yeah. Your students get to learn why. So it's a good time to use the ALT culture in the classroom. Use the ALT's culture. Your ALT can show cultural aspects to your students that they will not get outside of class. Okay? Unless they go travel with other children from different countries. Number two is it teaches the children why they are learning English. It teaches them why they're learning English in a culture sense, for culture. Okay? And let's go into this other one, this last one here I have is, well, that's pretty much it. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about first, though, is I want to talk to you again about this holiday lesson. Okay, for me, I'm an American. I said that. We just had Thanksgiving. It's a very important holiday in America. It's about coming together as a family and sharing a big, a lot of food, so much food. The number one main food is turkey, a big turkey bird. Okay, so that's one of the things that we want to talk about with our students to make sure they understand and know that. Okay, and as well as there's so many other customs you could talk about. They can learn stories of why the holiday and what happens in the holiday. Okay, so please ask your ALT, use them. They will want your ALT wants to talk about their country, America, if they're from the Philippines, if they're from Singapore, Australia, the UK, wherever, Kenya, Ghana, allow them to talk about their culture. Okay? The students will enjoy it. Okay, so that's all for tonight's Gaikokugo Go weekly wrap-up show. Okay, let's go back to the menu one more time. So today I talked about these certain things, tu and tsu. Very different when talking about food with your students and having your students check and make sure they are using the right one. And number 2 on the menu was Japanese foods. Don't let your students use Japanese foods. And the last one, the reason why is they will not learn English. They will just focus on hiragana, katakana, Japanese writing, and they will not try to even learn English. And number 3, the last one is ask your about holidays, such as Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, any other holiday from their country, and even the differences between Christmas in America, Christmas in Japan, New Year's in America, New Year's in Japan. Very different things, okay? So please ask your ALT to help you with that, okay? So that is going to be it for today's show. And I'm glad you're able to stick around. And next week, peace, love. Okay? Gambate, have a great day and a great weekend. See you next week. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say is visit our website, gaikokugogo.com, to become a member, or you can also find more help there for English. And also, come watch our show and our videos on this YouTube channel. Talk to you later. Once again, peace.